Hello everyone, welcome to AS Online. So recently the central government has announced that they are going to appoint the 8th pay commission, right? So in this regard, we will be discussing about what is actually the pay commission, what is the history of the pay commission, what are the popular recommendations for different chairmen of those pay commissions, and then we will also see briefly about the recommendations made by the 7th pay commission, right? And 8th pay commission is just an announcement. There is no announcement related to the chairman or what is the term period. All those things the central government will be informing us in the later period of time, and we will be also discussing those things. But as of now, we will see what actually is a pay commission, and then history of the pay commission, what is the duties of the pay commission, and then what is the chairman's history. All those things also we will see in this video, and finally briefly about the 8th pay commission as well, right? The context is very simple. The central government has announced the pay commission. This is the context, that's why we are discussing this video. Now, what actually is a pay commission? Pay commission is a body appointed by the central government which reviews the salaries of the central government employees, not the state government employees. They will review the salaries of the central government employees. They will consider the inflation, different conditions of the economy, and accordingly they will submit a report to the central government to update the salaries of the central government employees. This is the main duty of the pay commission. Now, under which department it works? This is also important. Department of Expenditure under Ministry of Finance is the one where pay commission works under. So we have a different departments under each of the ministry, and a pay commission works under the Department of the Expenditure. This is also important. And one more important thing is that usually, not mandatorily, generally these pay commissions are constituted by central government for every 10 years. But this is not mandatory. There's been a breakage of this. It's been 10 years, 12 years, 13 years, 15 years also sometimes. So, but generally they are constituted for every 10 years, right? Now, pay commission, before recommending the report, they consult the central government, state government and other private bodies also to take care or to involve the recommendations to be made in the report, right? So this is the thing. Now, if we see about the history of pay commission, the first pay commission was appointed even before the independence, that is 1946. The first pay commission was recommended in 1946, right? And till now there were 7 pay commission, and 8th pay commission was recently announced, but it is not even appointed also. But as of now, 7 pay commissions were appointed by the central government, and also whatever the recommendations made by this pay commissions are not mandatory to be followed by the central government. It is up to them. It is just a recommendation. Central government can modify or completely discard also. It is up to the central government. So whatever the recommendations made by the pay commissions is not binding on the central government. It is just a recommendatory in nature. And the headquarters of pay commissions are in the Delhi itself, as it works under the Department of Expenditure, and the time period to submit the report is usually 18 months. Let's say January 2025 they have appointed a commission. So after 1.5 years, so approximately July 2026, the report has to be submitted. But central government can increase its term period, but usually it takes around 18 months to submit the report. Also, there are 7 pay commissions, as I said earlier, right? So the first pay commission was constituted in January 1946, and the chairman of this pay commission was Srinivasa Varadacharya. So this person is the chairman of the first pay commissions. You have to remember the chronology of the pay commissions. They are asking in the exams, they will give 3-4 names and they will ask you chronological arrangement of the chairmen of the pay commissions, or they may ask you about the years also. So January 1946 is the first pay commission appointment headed by the Srinivasa Varadacharya, and it has examined of the civil employees only, not the defense personnel. They did not consider the defense uniform services. They recommend only for the civilian employees of the central government, and the report was submitted after 1.5 years, approximately May 1947. Now, the second pay commission was appointed in August 1957, approximately after 10 years, right? And it was headed by Jagannath Das. The second pay commission chairman. And this commission has said that 39.6 crore rupees extra burden will be there. In those times, even 1 crore is much higher. Nowadays, it is very less, but in those days itself, 39.6 extra crores will be burdened on the central government. This is what the report has said. No need to do all the provisions or recommendations made by all the pay commission. We will see briefly about the 7th pay commission recommendation. And in future, of course, 8th pay commission recommendation is also important. Then 3rd pay commission, it was appointed in April 1970, and this was headed by Justice Raghubar Dayal. This is the person who has headed the 3rd pay commission, and this is the first central pay commission which recommended for the defense forces also. Till now, the first 2 commissions talked about only civilian employees, but now this pay commission also recommended about the defense persons as well. Then we have a 4th pay commission which was appointed in June 1983. So you can see this is 13 years after they have appointed, again 13 years. This was headed by P.N. Singhal, and they have reported that extra burden of 1282 crores on the government, central government. Then we have 5th pay commission, that is May 1994, that was headed by Ratnavel Pandian. S. Ratnavel Pandian was the person who has headed the 5th pay commission, and they have rationalized the salaries. They have adjusted. They have reduced the highest pays and they have increased the lowest pays. So they have rationalized it. Then we have 6th pay commission, which was appointed after just 12 years, right? It was earlier 13, now it was just 12 years, 1 year reduced. So B.N. Sri Krishna was the chairman of the 6th pay commission, and this is the one which recommended the pay bands, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. So up to 12 levels they have given, level 2 to level 12 being the highest, right? And they have removed the group D cadre completely at the central government. In state governments, we have even the group D also, but central government, they have removed group D and they have recommended different pay bands based on the hierarchy. And finally, 7th pay commission, this is more important. Justice A.K. Mathur was headed this 7th pay commission, and they have recommended few important things, including the salary hike of 14% and then increment every year of 3%. So some of the important recommendation of 7th pay commission are: minimum pay, at least any central government employee should have 18,000 per month at least, and maximum will be 2,50,000 per month to the cabinet secretary. He is the highest central government officer who coordinates all the ministries, right? So cabinet secretary, he will be having the highest pay band, right? That is 2,50,000. This is a central government employee. We are not talking about the constitutional posts like president, prime ministers and all, right? We are talking only about the central government employees. Fine. So maximum pay will be for the cabinet secretary, and below that there will be 2,25,000 and less than that for the other employees. It also recommended minimum pension after retirement at least 9,000 per month, and maximum pension should not exceed 1,25,000 for any employee. So this is also one more recommendation. And annual increment, it has recommended 3%. Every year salary hike should be there at least 3%. That is also recommended. And it also recommended a new concept called Dearness allowance. Along with the annual increment, central government also has to pay Dearness allowance. Now what is it? Dearness allowance is the extra money to be paid because of the increase in prices, that is inflation. Any inflation in the economy has to be added as a salary to the central government employees. That is called as the Dearness allowance, and this is recommended based on the CPI, Consumer Price Index, which RBI gives based on the monetary policy, also based on CPI, right? And 7th pay commission term is going to end by December 2025, so that's why central government has appointed the 8th pay commission. But central government has just announced that we are going to appoint the 8th pay commission. So we don't have any details about it. Who is going to head? What is the time period? We are going to know in the coming days. So then we can update those also, right? As of now, 8th pay commission was announced, not even appointed also. It is going to benefit 50 lakh central government employees and 65 lakh pensioners, okay? And then along with the salaries and pensions, it is also going to recommend the details about the dearness allowances, right? So these are the brief details. So in this video, we have seen what is pay commission, what are the duties, what is the history, and then some recommendations of the seventh pay commission, different chairmans, and then finally brief details that we have about the eighth pay commission, right? So this is all. We will see in the future what happens, who is going to chairman and all, right? So this is what the video about. So thank you.